Trinity B1 ISC1 4 Skills Test, SELT Secure English Language Tests, B1 English Test ISC1, Skilled Worker, Health and Care Worker, Scale-Up Worker, Student Visas.
Hit the subscribe button. Help me get 100,000 subscribers. It is not possible without you guys. Please, if you're watching and getting help, please subscribe to the channel. Hello, Kubir. How are you? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm okay.
Are you from Pakistan or Bangladesh?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Oh, nice to meet you, sir. Okay, before we
Thank
begin,
you.
let's quickly talk about the information that you have about the test. So could you please tell me, what do you know about the test?
Actually, I'm confused because I came here 2022 and my wife was a student. Was dependent. Okay. So now I'm want to switch my visa because I'm into PSW now. It's dependent. So my visa will be finished is December 2025. Okay. So now I want to change my visa. So the rules is change. You can't go with your wife or dependent for uh care visa. Okay. So now I want to move in care visa. So I want to apply. So I want to know first of all, B1 is okay. Yeah, you told me B1 is okay for yes. So I always checked your video in YouTube, yeah. But I'm confused because sometimes I saw it's different. Sometimes you give like 5 points. Sometimes someone say is listening and uh, speaking, and sometimes I saw is some point are writing. Like you have one paragraph, he told something, and then he asked the candidate. So I'm confused which one is like B1, how many parts, how many. I don't know about this one.
Don't
Okay.
worry, sir. Do not worry. Do not
Okay.
worry. I am here to cover this up for you. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
And you're good at English. That is good news for me. So this means that this meeting will be successful. Okay, you can
Mhm.
understand me, and we can understand the entire pattern of the test. So it is so important to know one thing, that you're living in the UK. You do not have to take the tests, for example, language cert or IELTS or PTE, because you're inside UK. So you
Yeah.
have the opportunity to take Trinity College London
Mm-hmm.
ISC1 B1. Now, this
Okay.
ISC stands for Integrated Skills in English. This
Yeah.
is the easiest test in the history of English tests for skilled worker visa. I can tell you that, okay? You have to trust
Okay.
me when it comes to this, because this is a paper-based test, and speaking and listening has never been easier. Okay, the way they have constructed it in their test, I think anyone can pass, even if they have very little knowledge of English, right?
Yeah.
So now, first of all, we'll talk about the pattern of the test. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
The timing of the test is 2 hours and 18 minutes. What's the timing? 2
2
hours,
hours and 18 minutes.
18 minutes. 18 minutes for speaking and listening together. Okay?
Okay. Speaking and listening. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking is only 6 minutes long. How long?
6 minutes.
6 minutes long. And remember, in those 6 minutes, for 4 minutes, examiner will ask you questions about a topic of your choice. Okay?
Okay.
That I will
Yeah.
choose with you further in the lecture, and I will also have a mock test with you.
Okay.
Yes. Then comes part 2. Because 4 minutes are gone. What about the rest of the 2 minutes? In rest
2
of the 2
minutes.
minutes, examiner will have a conversation with you about topics of his or her own choice. Those topics are not of your choice, but examiner's choice.
Okay.
Those topics, I know what are those topics. I can tell you, examiner can ask you about this. So I don't think so anything will be too difficult or different for you. Then comes listening. Okay, listening is the most interesting and the easiest one. In this one, you don't have to read anything from the paper. Okay, very difficult to read, listen, and write at the same time. So for this one, examiner plays a recording. Examiner is present in front of you or on a video call. So the examiner will say, okay, now listen to our recording and write down your notes for yourself. And I will ask you 6 questions about the recording verbally. Okay, so when you have heard the recording, you've taken your notes as well. So verbally, examiner questions you: How many brothers does Sally have? Okay, where is Paris? Okay, like according to the recording, he can ask you 6 questions, and if you can give 3 correct answers out of 6 questions, this means you've passed. All right, and listening part 2 is also equally interesting because there's no paper involved in this. Just you, the recording, and the notes that you take for yourself. That is it. Okay, all the questions are asked live. You have to give your response to your examiner verbally, not in writing. That's it. Okay, and listening ends within 10 to 11 minutes, not even long.
Just sorry, just 1 second. So I understand this first one is recording. They play and I will write something, and then they will ask 6 questions. I will answer this one. This one is first one, and second part I don't understand.
Second part, don't worry, I will do it with you in the lesson, okay? Because it's better.
Okay, so no. Now we didn't say anything. Yeah, second part.
Yeah, I did not. I just did not say anything about it because I think it is.
I think you. Okay. No
Yeah,
problem.
because it is better done than said, right? So when
Okay.
you will see the
Oh yeah. Okay.
example
No
in front of
problem.
you, you will understand. Anyways, now moving further, we are going to talk about speaking and listening quickly first. Okay, then I will introduce you to reading and writing. Reading and writing both are together and for 2 hours. Okay, the exam finishes within 2 hours. First, we're gonna cover speaking and listening within like 18 to 20 minutes, and then I'll take you to reading and writing. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to first prepare a topic for you. And can you tell me what topic do you like if you have seen some videos on YouTube?
Oh, I saw like lots of videos. Like someone chose his family, someone chose like 5 point. Family member out eating out, going up park, and
Hobbies.
yes.
Okay, let's pick hobbies for you. Can you tell me what are your hobbies?
Um, my hobby is playing football.
Mm-hmm.
Can I explain this one or
Yeah, you can tell me.
okay? My play my hobby is playing football. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm working in a warehouse, so I didn't get enough time. But when I get time, like I get time Saturday and Sunday, so in Saturday Sunday I will go. Uh, I I go for play with my friend, and like 2 o'clock we meet the field and we played like 1 hour, and then we come back home.
Beautiful. Any other thing that you do in your free time?
Yeah, so if in the UK sometimes it's always the weather was not same, so when we fixed like Sunday we will next Sunday we will play, but then we saw this weather is raining. Then we changed our mind. I spend time with my family. I have my wife in my home. I sometimes we cook together because my wife also working and I'm also working, but we didn't get time together to spend. Then we changed our we changed the whole planning, and we make some food, and we eat and we enjoy, or sometimes we talk in the phone our in my canteen.
So can we do spending time with my wife, or you want to go with eating out, or you want to go with watching TV, listening music, traveling, watching TV, anything else? So, or spending time with my wife. What do you want to select? Second point,
Eating out.
eating out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ask you more questions about it later. And what else?
Cooking.
Are you sure you cook?
Yeah, I can cook because my wife working is the full time. I'm also working full time, and sometimes she didn't get time, so I have to cook. And my wife is pregnant, so I am helping her in cooking.
Okay. Anything else?
Mm. Traveling.
Where do you like to travel? Let me check first. Okay. Where do you like to travel?
Uh, OM as next 25th May. I will go OM out for traveling with my friend.
Okay. So can we go with meeting friends or like listening music or watching TV, or you just want to go with traveling?
Um, like for picnic.
Can we pick something easier than this?
Um,
Do you like watching TV or you don't get time for it?
yeah, I watching TV, but yes, lots of time. Yeah,
Or
I
listening music or meeting your friends or shopping maybe. I don't know.
yeah, shopping is okay.
Okay, sir. I'm going to take
Yeah.
a photo of this.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yes,
Check your WhatsApp. I've sent you the photo already.
I saw.
Let's do it. This is Trinity College London ISC 1B1. My name's Angelina, and I'm your interlocutor for your speaking and listening exam today. ISC 1B1. What is your full name?
Kabir Ahmed.
What can I call you?
Kabir.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Right? How many years it's been you've lived in the UK?
I have been living here 2 years.
What do you like about living in the UK?
I like. I want to answer
Shopping
one question.
centers. Just say I like the shopping centers and parks in the UK, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Or shopping centers, just even one thing is okay. Doesn't matter. Let me start again, okay? I will cut that part. I'll start again. Ready? Kabir, are you ready? Yes, Kabir, can you hear me? Hello? Let me start again. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is Trinity College London, ISC 1B1. My name's Angelina, and I'm your interlocutor for your speaking and listening exam today. What is your full name?
My full name is Kabir Ahmed.
What can I call you?
You can call me Kabir.
Where do you come from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
How many years it's been you're in the UK?
I have been living UK 2 years.
What do you like about living in the UK?
I like UK's shopping, shopping malls, transport, and the weather.
What kind of weather do you prefer in the UK?
It's summer weather.
Okay. How did you get to the examination center today?
By bus,
Right. How long did it take you to get in here?
it's 1 hour.
Okay. How much did you pay for your one-way ticket?
It's
All right. And what will you do after the exam?
I will back my home.
I will go back home. All right. Good job. Very nice. What is your topic's title?
My hobbies.
What are your topic points? 4 topic points.
My 4 topping points are playing football, eating out, cooking, shopping.
What do you like to cook?
Yes, I'm like cooking.
What do you like to cook?
I like cook chicken curry
For how many people do you usually cook?
for 2 people.
What have you cooked recently?
Recently, I cooked chicken curry.
How did you learn to cook?
When I was in intermediate student, then I was outside of my home and I was in the hostel. At that time, sometime our housekeeper didn't coming for cooking. That time we it's that time our friend cook together.
Okay, how do you get to learn new recipes?
Actually, when my mother was cooking, my mother cooked. This time I show how she is cooking. Or we have no sister. We are 4 brothers, and sometimes we help our mother to cutting fish, vegetable, meat, everything, and we prepare this one for my mom to help. And then I saw how she cooked, and so from there I have some experience for cooking.
Okay, all right. So could you please tell me about your favorite place where you like to eat out?
In the UK,
Hmm.
actually, I first time when I came here, I didn't know about the restaurant or where I will get the nice food. After then, 2 3 months later, I discovered one. Sorry, I found one restaurant. It's called Turkish restaurant. It's called Lebanese. Then I
Hmm.
found some food from the Turkish food, and it was very delicious. So now I like this one.
Thank you. How often do you eat out?
Twice in a week.
All right. What kind of food do you order when you eat out?
When I eat out, so I found some grilled chicken and kebab. Sometimes we order this burgers. Sometimes we order chicken wings, chicken tips, and curly fries.
Very good. Good job. So, could you please tell me when do you play football?
I'm playing football every Saturday and Sunday, 2 o'clock.
And who do you play football with?
uh, in our Bangladeshi communities, people sometimes other countries people also join us because in this one is a small city, so we have not enough people to play, and everyone is working. So sometimes we hire people any other countries.
Have you played any football match recently? What happened in the match?
Last Friday, we played one football match. Uh, so our city's name is Newbury, and there is a Bengali. Its name is Karikeb, and
Mhm.
we play one match with a Newberry team to Caricap team, and they offered those team are will win. They will provide biryani, and so we played last Friday, and we won by 1-0 goals, and then they will gave us a party. So we eat biryani. We took some photos and videos. We share our group,
Could you please
and
tell me about your favorite shopping center? Where is your favorite shopping center?
there are lots of shopping center in our cities like Next, Primark, Poundland, and Tesco, Primark. So among of these, Primark is cheap product, and they also bring the product from Bangladesh, and I'm also used to in Bangladeshi product. So sometimes, sorry, me and my wife go to the shopping center and we buy some clothes in Bangladeshi, and it's very comfortable and cheap price.
Gotcha. Very nice. Thank you. This is the end of part one, and you've passed successfully. You're very good. Okay, now we're going to move to part two. In this part of the test, we're going to have a conversation with each other where you can also ask me questions. So let's talk about some rules and regulations at your work. What are the rules at your work?
Yeah, I have lots of work. Sorry, lots of rules in my work. First of all, you can't. Sorry, you have to go exact time. Like my work starts 9 o'clock. You have to enter the workplace before 9 o'clock. You have to punch your card before 9 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock I have one break. So in exact 2 o'clock you have to out from the warehouse, and you have sorry, I have half an hour for break. After half an hour, 1 minute before, I have to enter the warehouse again. Then again 2 hours later I have another break. Then after break I have again entered the room, and then 7 o'clock work finish, and then
Mhm.
I have to then uh, so then I will go the locker room, and I
Mhm.
took my I changed my dress, and there was a car park. You have to park your car properly, and you can't break any rules.
Why do you think rules are important at work?
I think rules are very important because without rules you can't do anything properly. Rules, because if you don't maintain the rules, you have to enter your warehouse in 7 o'clock, before 7 o'clock. So someone come 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, and your our briefing start 9 o'clock. So I didn't know what the manager saying if I didn't get the proper time, if I didn't maintain
Mhm.
the rules. So I think rules is very important for everyone to maintain.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, can you ask me two questions about the topic? Rules and regulations at my work.
Do you think rules is important?
Yes,
What's rule in your sorry, where you work?
I work at home.
Do you have any rules in your work?
Yes, I've got many rules. Applying those rules is difficult, but I try my best. Number one
Mhm.
rule is replying to as many messages as I can, or replying to emails as many as I can in a day because there are many. And
Yeah.
also trying to be nice and kind and understanding people. I think that is very important for my work because I
Mhm.
have to teach them according to their level. So, yeah, that is a rule at my work. Thank you so much. You have passed in your speaking test. Congratulations. Very nice. Okay, you can never fail in speaking, that's for sure. Now we're gonna move to listening. I want you to get a paper and a pen for yourself, and we're gonna do
Yeah, I have.
a complete listening test together. Ready?
Yes, I have to write something or
Yeah,
just.
I will give you the instructions. You will follow my instructions. Hold on. So now the easiest part ever, the easiest test for B1 listening. Okay, here it
Mhm.
is. I will be playing a recording for you. This is listening task one. and I will be
Mhm.
playing a recording about an animal. I would want you to listen to the recording twice and write down your notes. Once you've taken your notes, then I'll ask you 6 questions about the recording. Let's try.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Oh, it's
ISE 1, Task 1.
Today, I'm going to tell you about a small wild animal called the squirrel. Now, the first thing that I would like to tell you is that squirrels usually make their homes in very high places. Amazingly, baby squirrels are only 2 centimeters long when they are born. How about food? Well, young squirrels go out looking for food in the daytime. These young squirrels usually come back to their home at night time because they feel safe there. That seems to make sense. We know that squirrels are very intelligent animals because they hide food under the ground for the winter. Now then, let's see. What else can I tell you? The squirrel's front teeth never stop growing all their life. Now it's time to have a look at the life of another interesting animal. Let's look at...
Now listen again.
Today, I'm going to tell you about a small wild animal called the squirrel. Now, the first thing that I would like to tell you is that squirrels usually make their homes in very high places. Amazingly, baby squirrels are only 2 centimeters long when they are born. How about food? Well, young squirrels go out looking for food in the daytime. These young squirrels usually come back to their home at night time because they feel safe there. That seems to make sense. We know that squirrels are very intelligent animals because they hide food under the ground for the winter. Now then, let's see. What else can I tell you? The squirrel's front teeth never stop growing all their life. Now it's time to have a look at the life of another interesting animal. Let's look at...
Now I will ask you some questions about squirrels. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Squirrels make their homes.
When?
Where do squirrels make their homes?
High places.
Good. How big are baby squirrels at birth?
2 centimeter.
That is correct. Apologies, my question is, what do young squirrels do in the daytime?
Daytime eating.
Looking for food. Why do young squirrels return home at nighttime?
They return home nighttime, but
Yeah, why do they return home at nighttime?
actually I forgot this one, but I read the nighttime back, but why I forgot.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so they return because they feel safe at nighttime.
Oh,
So
feel safe.
to
I see.
return home, they feel safe. Okay. Why do
Okay.
young squirrels return home at nighttime? It's because they feel there.
Safe. Yeah.
How do we know that squirrels are intelligent?
Because they hide food for winter under the grass.
Very good, sir. Correct answer. Congratulations. Good job. Okay. What is special about squirrels' front teeth?
Because it's growing whole time.
Good job. Congratulations, you've passed in this part. And I hope you understand it. Do you want to try one more just to be sure? Because this was like your first one. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do one more. I'm going to play another recording about a game, okay? About a sport. I want you to listen to the recording and write down your notes. Once you've heard your recordings, then I will ask you some questions about the recording. Let's listen. It's being downloaded. Hold on, please.
E1, Task 1.
Basketball has become one of the most popular team sports in the world. It was invented in 1891 by James Naismith, a sports teacher from the USA. He wrote rules for the game because he wanted to teach his students how to play it. Because he had 18 students in his class, he divided them into 2 teams of 9 to play the game. In these first games, players threw the ball into fruit baskets. It took a long time to play because every time the ball went into the basket, someone had to climb up a ladder to take the ball out. From 1893, many colleges in the USA started playing basketball. After a few years, they reduced the number of players in each team to 5. The first basketball league began in 1898 in the USA. There were 6 teams in the league. Trenton Nationals were champions in the first season. Unfortunately, the league was not very popular, and it ended after a few years. Basketball soon became popular all over the world. The first international match took place in Russia in 1909. Basketball is now played in nearly every country in the world.
Now listen again.
Basketball has become one of the most popular team sports in the world. It was invented in 1891 by James Naismith, a sports teacher from the USA. He wrote rules for the game because he wanted to teach his students how to play it. Because he had 18 students in his class, he divided them into 2 teams of 9 to play the game. In these first games, players threw the ball into fruit baskets. It took a long time to play because every time the ball went into the basket, someone had to climb up a ladder to take the ball out. From 1893, many colleges in the USA started playing basketball. After a few years, they reduced the number of players in each team to 5. The first basketball league began in 1898 in the USA. There were 6 teams in the league. Trenton Nationals were champions in the first season. Unfortunately, the league was not very popular, and it ended after a few years. Basketball soon became popular all over the world. The first international match took place in Russia in 1909. Basketball is now played in nearly every country in the world.
Now I'll ask you some questions about basketball. All right.
Yeah.
My first question is, what job did James Naismith do?
He invented.
No, he was a sports teacher.
Yes, he was a sports teacher.
All right. How many players were on the first basketball teams?
It's 18.
Incorrect.
Oh, it's 19 for 2 teams.
9.
9.
Only 9.
One team 9.
Yes. What did the students throw the balls into?
It's fruit basket.
That is correct. 1 mark. What happened in 1893?
He reduced the player, so one team is 5.
And where was the first international basketball match? Just 2 answers correct. Let's do another one. I want to teach you something in here. Listen to me carefully. Everything that the examiner will ask you will be displayed in here in a sequence. Okay? So
Okay.
you can see that, like, first he talked about him being a sports teacher, then he talked about 9 players on each basketball team, and then fruit basket, and then colleges started playing 6 Russia. Whatever information you will write down, it is asked in a sequence. Let's do one more because I want you to get it right. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to play a recording about another animal. And I would want you to listen to the recording, write down your notes. Once you've written your notes, then I will ask you 6 questions about the recording. Remember, the recording will be played twice.
E1. Task 1.
Okay, so what's a crane fly? Does anybody know? In fact, they're often called daddy longlegs, and that tells you something about what they look like. They look like rather large mosquitoes, but they've got very long legs. Their legs often break off because they're so long and fragile. There are over 14,000 different species of crane fly in the world, but I'm going to concentrate on European crane flies. The adults hatch in September, after they've lived under the ground for almost a year as larvae. That's young insects. If it's been a warm but rainy summer, then you get very high numbers of crane flies. Adult crane flies only live for about 2 weeks. The female adults lay their eggs under the surface of the soil, and the cycle begins again. People think that they're not very useful for anything, but in fact animals such as spiders and birds like them because they can eat them. They're also useful because in their young form they eat dead plants, and so they improve the quality of the soil.
Now listen again.
So what's a crane fly? Does anybody know? In fact, they're often called daddy longlegs, and that tells you something about what they look like. They look like rather large mosquitoes, but they've got very long legs. Their legs often break off because they're so long and fragile. There are over 14,000 different species of cranefly in the world, but I'm going to concentrate on European craneflies. The adults hatch in September, after they've lived under the ground for almost a year as larvae. That's young insects. If it's been a warm but rainy summer, then you get very high numbers of craneflies. Adult craneflies only live for about 2 weeks. The female adults lay their eggs under the surface of the soil, and the cycle begins again. People think that they're not very useful for anything, but in fact animals such as spiders and birds like them because they can eat them. They're also useful because in their young form they eat dead plants, and so they improve the quality of the soil.
Now I will ask you some questions about crane flies. If you want to
Yes.
listen again, I can play again as well. Or do you understand?
I write something. I don't know how many.
Okay. Can you tell me what do crane flies look like?
Mosquito?
Yes, that is correct. How many species of crane flies are there in the world? Good. Very nice. When do adult crane flies hatch?
2 weeks?
Good.
No, so
That's right, sir.
it's okay. Oh,
Yeah, that's correct. Which animals eat crane flies?
Oh, spider
Spiders and birds. It's okay. What do young crane flies eat?
Insect.
Dead plants, sir. But congratulations,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
passed with a merit with 4 correct answers. Can you read this for me quickly? Read the questions and answers for me.
Yeah. Okay, so what's a crane fly? Does anybody know? In fact, they are often called daddy long legs, and that tells you something about what they look like. They look like rather large mosquitoes, but they have got very long legs. Their legs often break off because they are so long and fragile. There are about 14,000 different species of crane fly in the world, but I am going to concentrate on European crane flies. The adults hatch in September after they have lived under the ground for almost a year as larvae. That's young insects. If it's been a warm but rainy summer, then you get very high number of crane flies. Adult crane flies only live for about 2 weeks. The female adults lay their eggs under the surface of the soil and the cycle begins again. People think that they are not very useful for everything, but in fact, animals such as spiders and birds like them because they can eat them. They are also useful because in their young form they eat dead plants and so they improve the quality of the soil. What do crane flies look like? Mosquitoes or have long legs? How many species of crane flies are there in the world? About 14,000 if must. When do adult crane flies hatch? September. For how long do adult crane live? 2 weeks. Which animals eat crane flies? Spider or birds? What do young crane flies eat? Dead plants.
So now we're going to move to part 2, all right? In part
Yeah.
2, sir, I will be playing a recording for you and you will listen to the recording and not write anything. Okay, you will listen to the recording and do not take any notes. Just tell me in few words what is the recording about. You just need to tell me in few words. Few words means 1 line or 2 lines. What is the recording about? Okay, no notes. I'm going to play a recording about a country. I want you to listen to the recording and tell me in few words what is it about. You are not allowed to take notes. Let's listen.
1. Task 2.
Today we're going to learn about a country called Bhutan. Only about 800,000 people live in Bhutan. But amazingly, those people speak 24 different languages. What about the environment? About 72% of the country is forest. The government has made a lot of laws to protect animals. The people in Bhutan are not allowed to use plastic bags. Many of the cars in the country are electric. There's an unusual thing about the capital of Bhutan. It doesn't have any traffic lights. Instead, policemen show drivers when to stop. These policemen have to wear special white gloves to do this. What about the people? If you go to Bhutan, you can see people wearing traditional dress. And here's another interesting thing. Every year, the government asks the people about their happiness. This is because they think happiness is more important than money. So, do you want to visit Bhutan? Today, we're going to learn about a...
Yes, could you please tell me in few words what is it about?
Yeah, 72% people were tourists in the Bhutan. Bhutan have no traffic lights, and Bhutan peoples wear traditional dress, and the Bhutan think money is not the happiness is the main thing.
Good. Now listen again and write down 6 pieces of information about the recording, okay?
Yeah.
ISE 1, Task 2.
Today we're going to learn about a country called Bhutan. Only about 800,000 people live in Bhutan. But amazingly, those people speak 24 different languages. What about the environment? About 72% of the country is forest. The government has made a lot of laws to protect animals. The people in Bhutan are not allowed to use plastic bags. Many of the cars in the country are electric. There's an unusual thing about the capital of Bhutan. It doesn't have any traffic lights. Instead, policemen show drivers when to stop. These policemen have to wear special white gloves to do this. What about the people? If you go to Bhutan, you can see people wearing traditional dress. And here's another interesting thing. Every year, the government asks the people about their happiness. This is because they think happiness is more important than money. So, do you want to visit Bhutan? Today, we're going to learn about a country.
Yes, could you please tell me 6 pieces of information about Bhutan?
Yes. Bhutan have 800,000 people. They speak 24, 72% forest here have in Bhutan. Bhutan people didn't allow, sorry, Bhutan people haven't, Bhutan people no permission to use plastic bag. Bhutan, there is that no traffic in the no traffic light in the Bhutan, and every year government asks about happiness, and they wear traditional dress.
Very beautiful, sir. Now I will ask you some follow-up questions, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. So just like this, first you do it, and then the examiner can ask you some follow-up questions. So my question is, how many languages do
24,
the people of Bhutan speak?
24 languages.
That is correct. And what do the policemen wear?
White gloves.
Congratulations, you've passed in your speaking and listening. Good job. Okay. Now, because the time is up, I'm going to send you a PDF for reading and writing. All right. Just go through
Okay.
it and read it once, and then book one more lesson with me. In that lesson, I will check your work, and along with that, I will guide you about reading. Writing is very easy, it's not hard at all. But for reading, I'll tell you which questions to solve first and which one.
So one more thing, I'm very weak in writing, so I don't know.
It's okay.
But
Okay,
I don't know about this
something.
one.
Can you tell me?
I don't know about this one how, but in the I want to took is like GT, so but I am very weak in the
Okay,
writing.
what
That's
was
true.
your
So
score in GT? Tell me.
No, I didn't took, but I'd
Oh,
like
it's very easy. This one is so easy. You're gonna say, teacher, is this real? Because spelling also you have to look and write, copy spelling. So it's not
because
hard.
spelling is problem for
You
me.
are way better. There are so many people from Bangladesh who are bad at English, but still they have already passed. So I know you can do it too. So don't worry about this. Writing, I
Okay.
have got it covered. In writing, I am very sure you will not fail. But for reading, I would want you to read the PDF that I'm going to send you. Just solve
No,
it.
no problem.